Alright, what is up people of the internet? Is your favorite YouTuber Kexaro here, and basically today it is finally here, my Rainbow Six Siege Zim settings. Alright, so basically I've been tweaking with these settings for a little bit, and I also did have help from my friend Jay-Z. If he leaves a comment, I'm gonna pin it, and to subscribe to that dude, check him out on Instagram. If he leaves a comment, then I'll leave all that information in the description. But that dude, he helped me with these settings, and these settings are godlike, y'all. So I'm telling you, because I've went from being a mediocre player despite using mouse and keyboard to becoming someone that I never thought I could be in Siege. You know, I'm dropping, you know, consistently 8-9 kills in games, and in ranked I went 16-4 when previously my highest ranked game was 9. So I'm gonna leave the 16-4 clip at the end of the video, and I'm just gonna do the highlights of all 16 kills basically. But it's crazy, man, and I never would have thought that I would be like this, but this is all because of these settings. So if you guys are ready for these settings, make sure you guys leave a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on post notifications, and yeah, let's get right into it. Before we get into these settings, of course, thanks to my patrons, and if you'd like to join that elusive community, then please check out the description down below. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's just hop right into this video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do not hesitate to leave a like and a comment. All right, let's go. Okay, so every time I make a video on this topic, I get roasted into oblivion, but listen to me. This is a template. So basically I'm going to be showing you guys how my setup works, and you don't have to use it, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm just giving you a way to play Siege with my exact settings. So if you can test them out, you can lower the DPI, you can lower the common, you can lower the different settings, the aim, the hip, the aim down sight. My last Rainbow Six configuration was alright, but I've tweaked it over the past 6 months because it dropped in August, and I think that I've eventually became a better player, and I actually know what I'm doing now. So I'm gonna be going over everything in this video, but of course it is a template, you don't have to follow it. Let's just get right into it. So basically what you're gonna need is the mouse I use is a G502. If you have a Razer mouse, that's fine, but I do not know how to use it. I'm just going to be going over what I have and what I know how to do. So I have the Logitech G502 right here. It's an awesome mouse. I love it. You don't have to use it, but I do use it, and if you do use it, it is a great mouse for the Zim. I'm gonna let you know that. But if you have it, I use 10,000 DPI. There's a debate about it. I'm just doing what I use. So I'm using 10,000 DPI. So what you're gonna do is make sure that you're clicked on the mouse. I have two different mice actually, and I'm gonna be clicking on the G502, clicking right here, and then there's different profiles for the Zim. So as you can see, I have it all right here. But we have 1,000 DPI is my lowest, 2,500, 5,300, 10,000, and 12,000. So you're gonna change one of these to 10,000. So let's say I put that one to 10,400. All you have to do is just pick any one you want and just change it straight to 10,000 like such, and boom. So this is the DPI that I use for my Zim when I am on the Zim. So this does have onboard memory, so you just gotta remember which number it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I'm using the G502, I'm gonna make sure that I click to the right way. So you just gotta remember which number it is. But I use 10,000, but I use Zim Link, so that isn't even a problem for me. But just make sure you remember the number that you're using. And of course, like I said before, I'm using 10,000 DPI when I'm using the Zim. So 10,000 DPI, and then I also changed my sniper button, which is right here. So this is usually a DPI shift, which brings it down to the lowest DPI you have. For PC games, it slows down your aim. It makes you more, you know, precise because the DPI is slowed down. So you're a sniper, you're like holding your breath, you're slowing it down. But I changed it over and made it into this keystroke, which eventually lets me use it in the Zim application. You'll see what I mean soon, but I just changed it to this. But you can change it to any key that you don't use, you can change this to. But of course, as I showed you, I changed it to this. So you can change it to that, you can do whatever. So basically 10,000 DPI is what I use, and I changed my sniper button to just something random like that. And then we're gonna go over to the actual software for Rainbow Six Siege. I'm gonna go over my settings that I'm gonna be using for this upcoming season. So let's hop right into it. I'm gonna be going through each step of my setup. So first off, I'm gonna be going over in-game settings. After that, I'm gonna be going over the Zim settings, and then we're just gonna chill and relax after that. All right. So don't roast me. All right. I am a gold 4 on this account, but I don't play on this account anymore. I play on my Smurf account. So yeah. All right. Let's go into my settings. So this is not only gonna be aim down sight and stuff like that. It's gonna be my overall settings so you guys can have the exact same settings as me. So let's go right into it. First off, we're going to start off with our squad privacy, invite, matchmaking. I do hostage, I'll secure area off, and I only play bomb now because it's more it's a little bit more skillful, and there's a lot more opponents and people that play it, so it's a little bit of a challenge, so it makes me better overall. Interface preferences, custom, on, off, on, off, on. So I turned off the reload indicator, and then I also did turn off my teammate outline because it could get in my way when I'm trying to like peek and I just see my teammate running across halfway across the map. So yeah, ping on, display game info on, and cycle inside camera group is off. Next is audio. I do English, subtitles are off because that's only for terrorist hunt really. Master volume 100, music volume 80, dialogue volume 100. My dynamic range is on night mode. Now night mode. Night mode is a mode where you barely hear gunfight, you barely hear gunfire and all that. You hear footsteps. So I do have an expensive pair of headphones, and it has an amplifier inside of it. So I put those on, turn on my amplifier, and I can hear like a freaking eagle slash hawk slash whatever here is really good. And it does get scary sometimes, but I don't recommend it if you don't have a nice pair of headphones. If you just use earbuds like I used to do, or use your TV for sound, I do not recommend night mode. But if you have a nice pair of headphones that can get really loud and you can listen to, then definitely try night mode because it may be a key factor. And this is one of the key factors that is making me be way better than I usually used to play. So we have night mode, voice chat volume was 100, and that's that. Next is going to be over video. So I have off, and my brightness is at 65, which is the default, and I don't really tweak with it, but on my other account I think it's 70 something, so I just keep it around there. And I don't like it too bright because it gets grainy in my opinion. I don't like that view. Controls. All right, so I have to switch to my current account, my Smurf account, but let me know how you guys are liking this kind of tutorial and how you like this kind of format with this green screen and everything like that. If you have any questions on new tutorials that I can make, because your boy's getting kind of content empty right now. If you guys have any questions that I could potentially answer in a video, let me know so I can help you guys out. But let's just get right into this tutorial again. All right, so here we are on my second account, and let's just get right into it. So basically everything should be the same as before, but 65 brightness. Yep. Okay, here we go. So I have look conversion disabled, vibration enabled. You can turn that off, it doesn't really matter. Vertical sensitivity is going to be 100, horizontal sensitivity is going to be 100 also. Left stick dead zone is going to be 10, right stick dead zone is going to be 10. Aim assist is enabled. It's only for terrorist hunt, so it doesn't really matter. Also, aim down sights is going to be 100. Make sure you do this because I know a lot of people forget to do the aim down sights, and it might potentially affect your gameplay. So remember, aim down sights at 100 also. Okay, so the way I play is a little bit different. What I do is I have my regular on a kind of faster turn, and when I'm aiming down sight, it's very slow, so I'm more precise. So we're going to be going over into my Zim settings. We're going to hop right into it. Let's go. First thing you're going to do, you're going to make sure that you go into global settings and you enable expert configuration. And what that does is it gives you a whole plethora of new options that you were not able to use before with the Zim. And I'm going to make sure you turn on response rate. You're going to put that to 1000 hertz if your mouse does accept it. If it doesn't accept it, make sure you research on it, or like a G502, you can change that in the settings. So make sure it's 1000 hertz. All right. What I'm going to do is you can do force games download. That's to download new games like Apex Legends and Realm Royale. I don't play those games right now, so I don't even have to update. But if you need to update games, it's on the top right, that little arrow. You can just press it and update games if that's necessary, but it's not necessary for this configuration. Let's just jump right into it. So 1000 hertz, let's start into the editing. All right, so the color, you can make the color whatever you want. Down here is going to be nothing. Just copy exactly what I'm doing, and then after you can fine tune. So my aim is going to be 30. Ballistics editor, no ballistics curve. As you can see, no ballistics curve at all. Now synchronize is going to be on common. Smoothing is going to be on 0. Y-X ratio is going to be on 1.09. Turn assist, none. Everything else is just plain. So below that, it's just regular. Now movement is going to be WASD. And walk is going to be my kind of slash button, which of course I put on my sniper button, which is what that's for. So I have a walk button, and this is normal walking, and then with the walk key pressed, it slows it down. So there's that. Now we have my actions. So left on my mouse is going to be fire, aim down sight is going to be right, and melee is going to be on my G502, my front button. So that's melee. Now shift is going to be sprint. My left shift is going to be sprint. So my left shift is going to be sprint like such. And next we have my primary gadget, which is going to be middle. So it's the middle, and middle means the scroll wheel. So I just press the scroll wheel like such, and there we go. There's our kind of ability. So let's just aim that, and pew, there we go. All right, so middle's gonna be my primary gadget, and back is gonna be the back button on the G502 right here is going to be my secondary. So flash grenades or flash bangs on Ash. All right, moving on. Volt is going to be C, and crouch is going to be space. Now the reason I did this is because I'm not going to say I'm toxic, but it's just easier access because my fingers always resting on my space bar. So if I crouch with space, it's easier to do. So you can crouch spam with it, but I don't use it to crouch spam. I just use it to, you know, kind of crouch easier. It's easier to do. So you hold it down to go prone, and you can just pop up and down with it like that. Very easy. Space as crouch, something that not a lot of people do, but I got it from I got it from a friend, and I've been using it ever since. I got it from the subreddit, I think, from Rainbow Six subreddit, and I just took it and ran with it. So space is going to be, so C is going to be volt, and it's not, vaulting in this game isn't as, you know, necessary, and doesn't happen as often, so it just takes up a huge space button that can be used for something valuable like crouching. So there's that. Next we're going to have our reload, which is of course going to be on R. So let's just shoot, boom boom boom, R. Now scroll down is going to be change weapons, scroll down. Very simple. And if I use the infinite spinning wheel, it's kind of like derpy with this, but no need for that. But yes, scroll down is going to be for changing weapons. And now fire mode, observe tool, arrow, everything else below that is going to be the same except for tab, except for equal. I put equal for game menu because it's just right there. So boom, and then I put escape as my my guide. So boom, just like that if I ever want to see, you know, what else is going on. Now analog, everything's the same after that, and this is primary, so nothing, I don't have any secondary buttons for this, but we're going to be swiping over right to our ADS or aim down sight. So enabled, we're not going to turn on inherit, and our key is going to be right to turn it on or to start it, and delay 0, smooth aim transition is on, and then aim is going to be 13.5 or 1350 with default 5 smoothing and 2 YX ratio. Now moving on down, WASD walk button is going to be the same button as before, but here's the difference. For our melee, we're going to be putting E, and our sprint is going to be Q. And what this means is when holding down our right button, we want to be able to lean. So yeah. Now everything else is going to be the same. Primary gadget is going to be middle, secondary is going to be back. And change weapons, I turn to caps lock. And what this does is when I am droning, I'm going to be pressing the right trigger on my mouse and holding caps lock, which is going to be triangle, which means I can ping people. So there's probably easier ways to do it, but it's just muscle memory at this point, so I'm fine with that. And that's essentially it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you do leave a like. And if you guys want more tutorials or more content in this style, do not hesitate to ask, because I'm always thinking of new ideas for videos, and I'm always trying to expand my community. But if you enjoyed this video, like I said before, leave a like. Thank you to my patrons for sponsoring this video, and yeah, thank you. Peace out.
Kexaro.